You're watching Your View.
Thank you for joining us. This is Scott Kaplan and Crew Tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM. SoCal Sports Talk. Here's Scott Kaplan, Alex Padilla, and John Browner.
Hey, great friends. What's happening? It is a Wednesday on Kaplan and Crew. And whether you're listening on radio on 1090 or if you're watching on Channel 4 San Diego and Santa Barbara, Channel 118 Orange County and Palos Verdes, so maybe you're watching on cable television, or if you're with us during our YouTube show, with us when we're doing it or with us on your own time, wherever you are watching or listening, audio podcast platforms, or maybe you just came through our website, kaplanandcrew.com. My God, we got a lot of ways to promote this show. Oy vey.
Just kaplanandcrew.com.
Yeah. Why don't I just shut the hell up, man, and just tell people, just go to our website, Kaplan and Crew. You can get everything you need there. Instead, I just ramble through every platform. They're watching TV and they're like, yo, dummy, I got it. You're on. I'm watching.
You also know Brown Bag coming soon. Brown Bag coming soon, y'all. Shout out.
Shout out to what?
That's going to be the name of my blog on the website.
Oh, yeah. This is like a new thing. Browner was so pissed about Bill Plaschke's column with the LA Times accusing Fernando Tatis of cheating that apparently now Big Brown from the 7 Mile Casino podcast shed, where he brings the street cred, you are now replying to Plaschke with your own personal blog on the show's website. Is that correct?
Correct. Absolutely.
Who is the editor-in-chief at kaplanandcrew.com?
Me. Well, actually, correction. Grammarly. Grammarly is the editor-in-chief. So there is a service that you can purchase that helps you kind of get everything in order, so it's official. It's like a teacher system.
Oh my God! So when you wrote a column in the San Diego Union Tribune, and I told you that was not your writing, you used some software program to make you sound like more grammatically correct.
No, it just corrects the spelling and it puts the punctuations in the right place.
I knew that wasn't your writing.
I wrote all the words. What are you talking about?
All right. All I know is this. Browner.
That hate is bad, man. That hate is bad for your diet. It sticks in the gut. You might want to get rid of that.
No, I don't have any hate. I got no hate. I got nothing but love. I just want to know when Browner's column and his blog is going to be posted on the kaplanandcrew.com website. That's what I want to. I'll bet you by the end of today. Is it already written? Is your column written?
It's ready to go.
Really? And is it a complete just a slap back at Bill Plaschke? Is that what that is?
Listen, you're gonna have to wait to read it, man. It's definitely got a lot of hate for Bill Plaschke in it. He is the main target in the column. Don't hate. That's bad for your diet, bruh. I'm slim, trim, ready to rock, baby. I ain't no diet.
All right. Grande Alejandro. Let's start off today, at least chatting it up here a little bit about these Padres and Dodgers. And I'm connecting them both for this reason, because the Padres last night got beat by Arizona. And I would have thought that the Padres, coming off the high of beating the Dodgers 3 out of 4 in the big comeback in the fourth game, I would have thought that the Padres getting a chance to breathe and getting just a day off, they come back against Arizona and you go, okay, guys, we got to start banking wins here. That did not happen. For the Dodgers, they didn't get a chance to breathe. They went right from this playoff caliber atmosphere in Dodger Stadium, and they had to turn around and come face the Reds, who had come in having lost their last 7. But the Reds have run off 2 straight wins against the Dodgers, and the Padres lost to Arizona. Listen, the way the LA media described this series as playoff atmosphere. Once the Padres left, the playoff atmosphere went too. The fans weren't as into it. The players weren't as into it. Yeah, they were playing some what felt like playoff baseball, and then all of a sudden they're not. And both teams losing. But what's interesting about it is it's hard to believe the Padres are actually the 4th place team. We talk rivalry all day long, and if the Padres are coming for the Dodgers, freaking Padres find themselves in 4th place right now. So, Grande, if you could, can you take us through all this, please?
Take you through the fact that neither team is playing well and that the rest of the division is actually pretty decent, even though we weren't expecting it, things of that nature, because that's exactly what's happening right now. The Dodgers are 15-9. The Giants are 15-9. The Diamondbacks are now in 3rd place, 12-11. The Padres are 13-12. they're fourth place, and the Rockies are in shambles. They're 9-14. They're not going to be good this year. Dodgers, I believe now on a 3-game losing streak, and the Padres are losers 2 of the last 3. No, that's wrong. I think they won those games. But yeah, man, it's not looking so hot at the moment for the Padres. And are we allowed to criticize players that make $300 million, or do we have to be fanboys the entire time?
No fanboy. You don't have to be a fanboy.
Whoa. You trying to throw shots?
I'm not really throwing a shot, but since the Padres started playing the Dodgers in the first series up until last night's game, Manny Machado has 3 RBIs. And that's just not good enough. That's a lot of baseball games where offensively, clearly the team needs him, and it's just not coming through. Now he's playing amazing defense, and he's getting hits, kind of. Not that many. But 3 RBIs from your guy that's hitting third or cleanup in how many games is that? 10? 13 games? That's just not good enough. And I know he's a slow starter notoriously in his career, but my goodness, man, if this team needs a kick in the butt on offense, it's got to start with that guy.
Hey, okay, so let me ask both of you guys a question. When would you rather him struggle, in the beginning because he's a slow starter, or flame out at the end?
I'm also not having this conversation every day about, they're going to pick it up. They're going to pick it up. They're going to do this. They're going to do that. But they're not doing it right now. They're in 4th place right now. So to answer your question, of course I want to do in October, but we won't be playing in October if they're a 500 baseball team.
I think it's interesting that you paid $300 million to one guy. You've got a 14-year, $340 million contract with another guy. You got a couple other guys that are sprinkling in the $100+ million range. You got all this money in payroll. You didn't pay this money to be in 4th place. I'm not saying you go wire to wire, and I'm not saying they won't still come back. We have no idea what's going to happen injury-wise for all of these teams. And to me, that's the number one factor, who stays healthy. But all that said, my goodness, man, you are not expecting to be in 4th place early in the season when, you know what, show the numbers, Alex. The Padres are 500 against everybody that they've played, but they're 4-3 against the Dodgers. So therein lies the 13-12 record. Think about that. They're 4-3 against the Dodgers. They're a 500 ball club against the likes of Pittsburgh and,
Milwaukee,
who they play last week?
Milwaukee, Arizona.
Right. Yeah. I mean, think about that.
But if you think about that, Milwaukee was hot when they played them, and Arizona was hot when they played them. So, I mean, they destroyed Texas. I can't remember what they did against the Pirates. I think they beat the Pirates too.
Nope. They lost 2 out of 3.
That's 2 out of 3 to the Pirates. Okay. I just listen again. It's early.
It is early.
The hitting usually catches up to the pitching. That's kind of how how it goes.
I thought it goes the other way. I thought it was the other way.
Yeah. Not what they say in baseball. Is that what basketball players say in baseball terms? Is that what they say?
Yeah.
I also think I'm guilty of buying into Scott's scoreboard watching of the Dodgers.
See?
And also but let me finish. But I also know, because I started following a lot of Dodger beat writers and seeing the stats that they're producing. They're very similar to the Padres, where they're struggling right now, like legitimately struggling on offense. They're missing key guys on their on their lineup as well, and yet they're 15-9. So when you say it's gonna pick up and it's gonna be better, yeah, I hope so. I think so as well. But if you're struggling, you shouldn't be a 500 baseball team. You should.
All right, hold that thought. Hold that thought for 1 second. Here's why. Because the game last night, we were talking about this earlier in the show. For those of you that are just catching up on radio or maybe on TV, we were talking about this earlier in the show. It wasn't really all that entertaining, as a matter of fact. We're kind of thinking you're coming off this Dodgers series, you get a day off. This is going to be, we're going to keep the excitement going. It was not entertaining. I want to get back to that, though, because, Alex, you've got some videos for us to take a look at today that are the only parts of the game that were considered entertaining. Is that right?
Well, it looks like I'm probably the only one that sat there and watched the whole game last night. And when Victor Caratini was batting right in the middle of the game, in a span of seriously 60 seconds, he hits a foul ball that puts that hits the ball boy in the face. And then his next pitch is a foul ball that hits the umpire in the crotch.
All right, hold that thought. Hold on. I want to see these videos. I want to hear it. But I do want to say, before we move on, Hey, sending a shout out to my people from Corky's Pest Control, 1-800-901-1102. I know that in Orange County, we're on channel 118. Listen, Cork, he deals with LA, Riverside, and San Diego counties. What can I tell you, OC? What can I say? All I know is this, is that if you're in LA, Riverside, or San Diego, you're watching TV and you're seeing Cork on TV all the time. Now he's talking about gophers. Like, hey, you got gophers? No, most of us are like, no, not really. I don't have gophers. But those of you who do, they're a pain in the ass. Cork comes out and takes care of that kind of stuff. So ants, spiders, termites, nobody beats his 4-year guarantee on termites. Gophers too. Call that phone number. These guys have been with us for 20 years. Corky's Pest Control. Call 1-800-901-1102.
Corkus.
Thank you.
Did Corky's lose like a turf war? Like, is this like some Sopranos storyline that we missed of the creation of Corky's? Did he lose the OC, but he won the rest of Southern California in some battle, turf war?
Yeah, back in the old school pest control mafioso wars.
Yeah. Pretty interesting that he's like, you know what? I don't operate in Orange County. Yeah, that's the other place.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's the deal. Maybe when the families all broke up and they declared peace, Corky got LA, Riverside, and San Diego, and somebody else,
Yeah.
I don't know. Somebody else got.
Yeah, I think there's a story there.
It probably is. All right. Hey, speaking of stories, hold on. Let's get back to this. So show us the video. Show us what happened last night. Because you're right. You were the only one that was probably sitting there watching pitch by pitch by pitch. What is this? What's going on? Oh,
this is Caratini's first foul ball that goes straight to the guy's face. Bam.
Ooh.
And then the next pitch, he fouls off and goes straight to the ump's crotch. Boom.
Ooh. Let me see the ump's reaction. Oh.
Yeah.
I haven't worn a cup in so long. When was the last time you wore a cup?
Senior year, varsity baseball.
Mm-hmm.
No. I played a little in college. So 20 years old, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Ron, you ever wear a cup playing basketball?
Man, I ain't never wore no cup, man. What's wrong? Y'all tripping. I ain't never wore no cup. Huh?
Really? Never in any sport of any kind?
Bro.
No cup?
No, bro. I played baseball my freshman year of high school. It was like, hey, you got to wear this. I had never even seen it. And I was like, what's this? Where does this go? You got to put that in your pants. Like, no, bro, I ain't doing that.
If I was an outfielder, never wear that stuff.
One, it didn't fit. Two, it was like it didn't vibe with me. We didn't agree.
Too big.
When you say it didn't fit, was it like just a little bit too big for you or something, or what was
the other way around?
Oh, it was too small.
Yeah,
really.
Yeah. I'm sure they make bigger sizes for people. In high school they didn't really think about it. They gave you like the standard size like cup because they handed them out, and I was like, yeah, that's not gonna work for me, bro.
They handed them out. Were they used?
I don't know.
Yeah, would you like? I thought you went to some crappy South Side of Chicago school. All of a sudden, they got money to hand out cups. I had to buy my own.
Again, and wait a second. Let me just throw something else out there. And wait, if you're in a tough part of town, South Side of Chicago, and it's predominantly black kids in the school, shouldn't the standard size cup be so much bigger?
Again, I don't know how it worked. I never played. They just gave them out. So they might have been used. I don't know. I didn't delve into it. I didn't need it. I passed. If the ball's coming towards me, I'm gonna make a decision. What do I want to save? And I know what I'm already gonna save. Bam, protecting that area. I'll take the error. Sorry, coach. Never.
Not a team guy. Not a team guy.
Not when it comes to that. I'm on team
remember. Me. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's been absolutely high school. Like high school, some sort of baseball, but never, ever, ever in football, ever. And I think they may have given us some kind of. I don't think so, man. Nobody ever wore a cup in football.
Little League, they did cup checks, which I thought was weird, which is weird. But in high school, like my teammates that played outfield, they never wore a cup. Like, why would you wear a cup?
Wait. A cup check?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What is that?
Umpire would come to the teams, and all the dudes would be standing like on the first base line or the third base line, getting ready for the Little League, like Little League pledge, and then they'd like knock on their cup.
They would fondle kids publicly, and everybody was okay with this.
That was with the bat.
No.
So okay, it was with the bat.
What, the umpire touched you with the bat?
What's that?
Ain't nobody
No.
touching
We had a bat and we like either knocked on it or used the bat to like show. We did it ourselves. We had no grown man touching us. I don't know where the hell you guys grew up.
You just got to clarify. You never know.
No, we did it ourselves. We got the handle of the bat, the little tap where you could use your knuckles. No, we're not no grown man walking around here cup checking little kids.
I don't know.
Not where I grew up. I don't know where you grew up.
Well, where he grew up, they gave out used cups that were small.
100%. You grew up in Southside Chicago. There's not a chance in the world those were brand new cups. Those were recycled and used,
donated, probably
donated cups.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They were like, hey, we're having a cup drive. Yeah. All the young men
athletic
need
gear
cups,
drive.
You know.
Probably something like that.
Yeah.
There's no way I was wearing it. It just didn't do nothing for me. I mean, nothing.
Right. How did this all start?
The umpire got hit in the
yes.
Well, we were talking about the Dodgers too. There was a foul ball in the Dodger game last night because I was watching a little bit of that, and not the ball boy, but there's a ball boy and then there's a security guard next to the ball boy at every stadium. Yeah. Look at what happened to the security guard at Dodger Stadium yesterday. Because a foul ball, actually, this was in play, so they had to get out of the way, and he went over the stands.
Oh man!
The only two highlights of the Dodgers and Padres game, sir.
It's really funny you say that though, because I last night was listening to the rest of the Padre game on my way home on the radio. I was listening to the Dodger game also on the radio. I have never really listened to Dodgers radio. The only reason I am
right.
Oh no, but I'm just saying, like, before this year, I'd never listened to Dodger radio. Like it was never on my radar. And now, of course, with the 710 deal, I want to stay in touch with what's going on with the Dodgers. So I'm listening to the Padres radio. I'm listening to the Dodgers radio, back and forth. I get home, Padre game's over. I turn on the Dodger game to watch the end of it. I've never been this into baseball. And it's because of the two teams and the proximity and the division and the big spenders versus the guys who couldn't, but the little guy is coming up, and the little guy so far has, taken on the big guy and has the series lead. I've never been this into it. I can't believe it. It's fun. Like it.
It's not that fun right now.
Well,
what a party pooper, man. It's great. It's great. Look, man. When have you ever had your team, allegedly your team, be in it, period, regardless of the record? People still think that they can win the division. When does this ever happen to you?
Yeah, well, it's nice that people think so, but if you stop believing yourself, then it's not that fun.
But you're a different kind of person, okay? You hate the Vikings even when they're winning. Like, oh, we're gonna lose. We're gonna find a way to choke it away.
Kirk Cousins is a quarterback. I'm a realist.
You're that guy. I'm a realist. Listen, other Padre fans, do not listen to Alex when he goes on these emotional roller coasters about how he feels about the team, because he is the guy who always thinks it's never going to work out for his team. Don't be that guy.
All right. Well, listen, hey, you mentioned the Minnesota Vikings. Okay. So give me a second here. Let's talk about the NFL draft for a second. It's tomorrow. It's Thursday. And I know, Browner, you fancy yourself a draft expert. I know you've done a ton of scouting. Because your Bears may need another quarterback.
We just missed out, dude. If Cousin Nancy can get the blog up, you got to print your mock draft tomorrow.
Oh, done. That's easy. It's light work for me, bro.
All right. Anybody see Kyle Shanahan, the coach of the 49ers? They've got the 3rd overall pick, and everybody's trying to figure out what they're going to do. Do they really love this quarterback from Alabama? Is that what they're doing? Is he a Shanahan quarterback? He's not number 3 for the whole league. They're just for him. So they started asking Shanahan at a press conference, what's going to happen with Garoppolo? Is he still going to be on the roster? And sometimes NFL coaches just love to be dramatic, don't they? Take a listen to this.
I can't guarantee that anybody in the world will be alive Sunday, so I can't guarantee who will be on our roster on Sunday. So that goes for all of us.
What's the big deal? As a realist, I deal with what's in front of me. That is a fact. Yeah. He cannot guarantee that everybody in the world will be alive on Sunday.
True.
That is a fact. There will be people that are alive today that are dead on Sunday. That's a fact.
Hey, we could all be dead by Sunday. Who knows?
That might be a possibility.
I won't.
I mean,
like, I don't know why, John, I don't know why you think this is so crazy. You're the one that's saying that the Padres are going to turn it around. Like, that's all.
Right.
Like, you're thinking they are.
Right.
Same logic. You think you don't know. Like,
listen, man, if you put the positivity out in the universe, brother, you will get positivity back. Okay, if Kyle Shanahan thinks he's gonna be dead on Sunday, then guess what?
No, he doesn't think so.
Saturday, you better have a good time.
No, he doesn't think he's going to be dead on Saturday.
He just
I mean,
can't guarantee that
He just can't guarantee that he won't be dead on Sunday.
Look, so I can't tell you who's going to be on the roster. I can't do it because here's what might happen.
That answer.
Right. What might happen is we all get wiped out by a new strain in one weekend.
Contagion.
Or all of a sudden the earth spins out of control and we all fall off and we're all dead.
An asteroid.
Or
UFO blasts.
Right. Or South Korea decides to blow us all up and we're all gone. I mean, these are all possibilities.
North Korea.
Oh, might be.
Yeah, hopefully not South.
Might be. Oh, sorry, South Korea. Might be.
World War III.
Peace, brother. Excuse me. So look, I can't guarantee that we'll all be here. You'll have to excuse me. And so I can't tell you who's going to be on the roster. I just can't guarantee we're all going to be here. All right, stick around. We got so much more to come from the 7 Mile Casino Studios. Got a lot more I want to get to. Is somebody going to finally knock out Jake Paul? Is that going to happen? I want to talk about that coming up. Stick around.
We'll be right back with more of Scott Kaplan and Crew Tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM. A new generation of radio. SoCal Sports Talk.
Kaplan and Crew Tonight is brought to you by BMW San Diego, your certified BMW dealer, serving drivers throughout San Diego and the surrounding areas.
Hey, Dave Smith here. Make sure you listen to my show on the Mightier 1090, 6 to 10 p.m. Saturday and Sunday night. The only local sports talk in all of Southern California on the weekends right here on the Mightier 1090.
The all-new and mightier 1090. Hit it out of the park all month long at BMW San Diego. A new 2021 BMW 430 iQOO waiting for you today. When you lease for only $479 per month plus tax. BMW San Diego, Kearny Mesa Road in the 163 and BMWSanDiego.com.
I've been a part of this community for a long time, and giving back is what we do. That's why I'm so excited to tell you about the San Diego Giving Back Raffle, a benefit for Ronald McDonald House Charities of San Diego. Grand prize is this $4 million luxury home, or you could win a car, vacation, or cash. Everyone is guaranteed to win a prize. And you'll feel good knowing your raffle purchase goes to help families like the Lechugas. Get your tickets now for the San Diego Giving Back Raffle.
Don't worry, Gracie. The curtain only goes up when everyone has a part to play. Whoa, okay, I gotcha. Uh-oh, whoa, watch out for those audio cables. I'm gonna be sick. To the left! I am not going out there without Gracie.
Neither am I. A little help?
No pressure.
Hit it out of the park all month long at BMW San Diego. A new 2021 BMW 430 iQOO waiting for you today. When you lease for only $479 per month plus tax. BMW San Diego, Kearny Mesa Road in the 163 and BMWSanDiego.com.
Let's take it up a notch with Kaplan and Crew Tonight's Premium Boost, powered by the mightier 1090.
Welcome to the Jacobs & Cushman San Diego Food Bank and our 90,000 square foot facility. We feed 350,000 people every single month. Many people ask, how can I help? You can volunteer for the San Diego Food Bank. Just go to sandiegofoodbank.org, register to volunteer. No group is too small, no group is too large, but those volunteers are integral to our success in feeding the community. Another way you can help is by hosting a food drive. Just go online and register your group, your company, or organization. It's that easy. Another great way is through our virtual food drive, where you can literally buy food on our behalf. Lastly, another great way to make an impact is to go online and make a financial contribution to the San Diego or North County Food Bank. On behalf of the San Diego Food Bank, our staff, our volunteers, and the 350,000 people we serve every month, thank you for helping us fight hunger and feed hope in San Diego County.
Casa de Amparo has been around since 1978, and now we're in the Twin Oaks Valley in San Marcos with a beautiful campus We work with children and families who've experienced chronic trauma over their lifetime, and we're here to help heal that.
I always told myself, seeing that my mother passed away through domestic violence, that I would never put myself in that position. And if it ever happened, I would leave. But it's easier said than done.
These are foster youth who are not able to manage in a foster home environment. My husband and I have been a part of the San Marcos community in our businesses since 1993.
One of the beautiful things about Kayleen, she started here at Casa de Amparo years ago when we were at the shelter with a church group.
How can we best give back is to volunteer our time.
Because without donors like Bassett, we would not be able to provide the services we provide.
Kaplan and Crew Tonight's Premium Boost is powered by the Mightier 1090.
Hey, it's Pharrell here, inviting you to catch my shows on the Mightier 1090. We're on twice every Monday through Friday, 1 to 3 p.m. and 7 to 9 p.m. Pacific. Trust me, all the other sports stations are sleeping with your wife.
The all-new and Mightier 1090.
We have a term for typical cheese-filled, grease-covered, regret-inducing takeout. That's why dinner from El Pollo Loco is always fire-grilled, freshly prepared, feel-good food. The $20 Familia Dinner from El Pollo Loco.
Are you living in an underserved community and facing adversity? Do you have a desire to start or grow your own business? San Diego State University's Lavin Entrepreneurship Center, the Center for Leadership and Entrepreneurial Studies, and community partners invite you to participate in our Community Bootcamp. The bootcamp provides intense, hands-on exposure to the fundamentals of launching and growing a successful venture. Register today at leadershipcentersw.org.
From fitness to medical technology, explore how people are leading healthier lives on Your Health. Join Erica Cardenas as she introduces you to health experts and discover how our daily choices affect our well-being. Plus, learn simple tips for healthier living. Your Health, Sunday at 4:30 p.m. on YourView and YourView.com. Only at Stanton Optical can you get same-day eye exams that test your vision and eye health for under $50. Stop by or call us at 1-800-STANTON. Eye exams are provided by independent eye care doctors.
Adios, love handles.
Adios, couch.
Adios, Quarantine 15.
Say adios to the quarantine bod with Pollo Fit Bowls, made with fire-grilled chicken and organic super greens from El Pollo Loco.
Here's Kaplan and Crew Tonight's 60-second timeout with Haley Stasiak.
It's time for a 60-second timeout. We're taking a look at some girls soccer out of Orange County today. Newport Harbor and Marina matched up on Tuesday. The two elite teams battled, but ultimately ended in a scoreless draw. Newport Harbor did hold the possession advantage for most of the first half, but Marina's defense and senior goalie Lauren Truman held strong. Truman had 5 saves in the first half and ended up with 9 total on the day. Marina is ranked 7th in Division II, while Newport Harbor is 7th in Division I. When these two teams met in early April, Newport Harbor got the overtime win 1-0. That's your 60-second timeout. Now back to more Kaplan and Crew Tonight.
Kaplan and Crew Tonight's 60-second timeout is presented by YourView. Great things can be achieved when a community comes together. Join Erica Cardenas on Doing More as she introduces you to ordinary people working side by side to confront tremendous challenges and make a positive impact in their community. Watch Doing More Sunday night at 6 on YourView or stream it online at YourView.com. Doing More is brought to you in part by the San Diego Food Bank.
We'll be right back with more of Scott Kaplan and Crew Tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM. A new generation of radio. SoCal Sports Talk.
You're watching Kaplan and Crew Tonight, powered by the mightier 1090 and Your View, featuring the best sports talk in SoCal.
All right, great friends. We welcome you back inside the 7 Mile Casino studios here on Kaplan and Crew. If you are with us on 1090 radio, awesome. I am so encouraged by the number of people that tell me that they're listening on radio, because obviously we were off the radio for a long time. We were just doing podcasting, but then we put the podcast back onto the radio. It's really going great, man. So glad to have all the radio listeners. Hey, for those of you that are flipping through channels and you're finding us on Channel 4 San Diego, maybe it's the northernmost part of the mega market, Santa Barbara, or somewhere in between, Channel 118, Orange County, Palos Verdes. We're on Your View, Channel 4, which is on Cox Cable, and it's on Spectrum Cable too. So if you're catching us on TV, glad to have everybody along. And audio podcasters, you know who you are out there, okay? Hey, listen, before we hit the break, the one thing we were talking about was these Jake Paul, what's the other brother's name? Is it Ryan Paul? Is that his name? Logan, not Ryan. Okay. I should know this by now. These two dudes, man, these guys, they make a ton of money by going into fights that apparently all their YouTube subscribers want to see. If you've got 20 million YouTube subscribers and you can get 10% of them to buy a pay-per-view fight, you're talking about like 400,000 buys. And that's just if my math is right there. I don't know if it was or it wasn't. But Floyd Mayweather is going to now fight one of these guys. And from Floyd Mayweather's standpoint, they pose no real threat. I can make a whole lot of money and I can just do fighting exhibitions versus I got to train like a mofo, fight somebody that might potentially hit me really, really hard. And I got to work for this. And I don't want to work like that anymore. I'm retired. So this is retired showman boxing by Mayweather, but it's things that we all want to see. So, all right, Grande, I've got sort of a 30,000 foot view of the story here.
Yeah.
Give me a little more.
They're going to make a lot of money, Scott. I mean, there's not much more to talk about these guys. What I don't understand is how it became so big. Because you already, the 30,000 foot, view of what you just said is exactly all you need to know. They're going to make a lot of money. Floyd Mayweather knows that there's not real risk there. Logan Paul's 0-1 professionally. And then the only guy he fought was a YouTuber. So my biggest perplexion, is that a word? That I don't understand how this became so big. I don't even understand how this became a possibility, to be honest with you. Jake Paul fought another YouTuber. Jake Paul fought an NBA player. And you know what it was? I just clicked in my mind. The fact that he knocked out Nate Robinson so bad, this blew up. It blew up. But this makes no sense to me why Floyd Mayweather is even... It makes sense to me why he's doing it. It makes no sense to me how much money is available to him for doing it. I don't get it. Like, why do we want to see this? I don't know, but I want to see it.
I feel the same way. I think the reason I really want to see it is because the Logan Paul guy, who I don't even really care about, I think the Jake Paul brother is way more interesting. The guy who this past weekend at UFC 261 was over in Daniel Cormier's face. Thankfully, he had like 4 giant bodyguards around him that all were working for him. When he was in Cormier's face, hey man, to me, I want to see that guy, Jake Paul, fight against a real pro fighter. Now, here's the problem. Not only am I don't care which one it is. They both need to have their heads knocked off, right? Here's the problem. You ready for this, Browner?
Jake is the one.
Okay, but here's the problem. You ready? If both of these Paul brothers need to have their heads knocked off, you know who's not the man for the job? Floyd Mayweather. If these two brothers, Logan Paul and Jake Paul, want to impress me, here's what I suggest they do. They both fight Tyson in a tag team match, and here's how it goes. Tyson's on one side. Both brothers are on the other side. One guy's in to box Tyson for a round. Next round, the other brother comes in. Next round, the other brother comes in. Let's see how long they last. Now, that would be interesting to me. Floyd Mayweather is not the man for the job, Browner, to knock these guys' blocks off.
When you first said that Tyson should fight them both, I was like, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. And then when you put it the way you put it, I was like, I would actually watch that. There's other like, I'm not gonna watch Floyd Mayweather fight this guy. I literally, I don't care. They're both gonna make a lot of money. Good for them. If you're gonna pay for something, you're gonna pay $70 for that or $60 for that. Hats off to you. They've figured out their YouTube audience and they know how to squeeze that orange as much as they possibly can. I don't want to see that trash. But if you told me Evander Holyfield or Mike Tyson or Lennox Lewis was going to fight both these dudes in the way that you put it, I'm in. I'm in.
Let me tell you something.
John Jones, I'm in.
You said Logan Paul is not the guy for the job.
No. Floyd Mayweather's not the guy for the job.
Right. Floyd Mayweather is not the guy for the job to knock out Logan Paul.
Right.
Why do you think Logan Paul's fighting him? Because he's not the guy for the job. He knows he's not a knockout power at 51 years old or whatever, however old he is now. He's not 51, 40-something. But there's a reason also why Mayweather isn't fighting Jake Paul. Because Jake poses a tiny bit of a threat.
Stop.
Really?
Tiny bit.
Stop it. Come on.
Logan Paul possesses, the only thing Logan Paul possesses is that he's like 6'2", 200 pounds. Like the guy's way bigger than his brother.
Alex,
yeah,
you've watched way more fights than me, and I don't have a problem admitting that. You are into fights. You honestly believe, like real talk, you honestly believe either one of those dudes pose a single ounce of threat of knocking him out?
No, that's not what I said.
Okay.
What I meant is Jake Paul might actually land a punch.
Oh, okay.
No
Logan
chance.
Paul is not going to land a single punch on Floyd Mayweather.
I agree
not
with that.
one.
How would you? Let me ask you a question.
Do you guys remember when Juan Manuel Marquez fought Floyd Mayweather? Do you guys remember that fight? Marquez, one of my favorite fighters of all time. And Marquez, just finished knocking the hell out of Manny Pacquiao. You know how many punches he landed on Floyd Mayweather?
0?
8.
Okay. Well,
a professional fighter.
That's what I'm trying to say to you. I would say that Floyd Mayweather doesn't, if he wanted to, stands no chance at all of being touched. Even as he's gotten older and listen, he may be out of the ring for the last few years, but you go in, you get yourself in good shape, you don't embarrass yourself, and if he's trying, there's no chance either of these guys can touch him because of what you just said. Pro fighters could listen. Floyd Mayweather was boring. I would buy a Floyd Mayweather fight and be like, why did I waste my money on that? I could have told you it's a unanimous decision that's going the distance. He doesn't knock people out. He's not exciting. He's not flashy. These brothers stand no chance of touching the guy. Let me just give you this idea really quickly. I remember being a young kid. I was probably maybe 10, 12 years old, 13 years old. I don't know how old I was, but Howard Cosell, sports fans, old school. Do you guys know who Howard Cosell was?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Is doing a fight on ABC Sports, like Saturday afternoon, Howard Cosell with Muhammad Ali. And they were calling a fight where George Foreman was fighting 5 guys in a row. 5 different guys. I think I told you guys the other day I had a VHS player here somewhere in my house. I have a VHS tape, I swear to God, somewhere. Howard Cosell, Muhammad Ali, Foreman fighting 5 different guys. That's cool. If you took those Paul brothers and you said, okay, it's Mike Tyson or it's somebody like that, that's really interesting. Mike Tyson takes on both Paul brothers. They go round by round. I'm interested in that.
But you are also not a subscriber to either Paul channel. Logan Paul has more followers than Jake Paul, or subscribers on YouTube than Jake.
How many's he got?
$23 million.
Jesus,
Logan Paul.
What's his
also,
story? What's so interesting about him?
I don't know, but Logan Paul also has like the number 2 podcast in the world.
Jesus
So
Christ, man, who is this guy?
When you're saying I would rather watch Jake do this or whatever, it's Logan is more popular than Jake.
I did
Jake
not
has
know that.
exploded into the sports landscape because of him knocking out Nate Robinson.
Yeah.
But in the entertainment
fighter,
in the entertainment 15 to 30-year-old demographic,
yeah,
Logan Paul is a very popular person. Very, very popular person. He's going to talk about this on his podcast nonstop. I actually believe Logan Paul's now as a partnership, not employed, but with Barstool Sports. So they're going to be talking about it the whole time.
You know
so
what?
I understand where you're coming from, Scott, but
you know what? You really want to sell a pay-per-view? How about this? You really, really, really want to sell a pay-per-view? How about this? You get Logan Paul and all of his podcast followers and all of his listeners and all of his viewers, and you have Logan Paul fight Joe Rogan. And Joe Rogan does the same thing with all of his followers.
Destroy him.
And right. And then now you have a legit fight. Now it's not like one of the greatest fighters ever against a complete amateur. Rather, you have a guy who's a fighting commentator / amateur participant versus a guy who thinks he's a tough guy. Get Joe Rogan to fight.
But Joe Rogan's not going to box, though. Joe Rogan's not going to box. I would, if it was MMA, I would say, yeah, Joe Rogan would do that. But I don't see Joe Rogan boxing one of these dudes.
You're also talking about a guy that's not going to chase a check because Joe Rogan makes more money than both Paul brothers combined. Wow. So Mayweather will do it because he's always chasing a check.
Always,
that's what he does.
Always.
He fought a 115-pound mixed martial artist in a boxing match in Japan on New Year's in 2018 and whooped that little kid for 30 seconds until his corner threw in the towel. So Mayweather's always chasing these checks.
Yeah, but no. But just so you know, he gets paid in cash. Only
Probably.
cash. Only cash. Hey, put up the slide for everybody who's watching, and we'll read it for those of you that are listening. Put up the slide of how they're promoting the fight. It just cracks me up. Like Mayweather looks tough. Like sweat's coming off of him, it seems, and he's ripped, and he's got his boxing, like his tape job on his right hand, and he's like, "That's right, I'm Mayweather." And then on the other side, it's like goofy ass Paul with this like soup bowl haircut. And the kid's lean and cut. I'll give him that. But come on, not a pro fighter. And they're calling the fight. This isn't a championship fight. They're not calling it. They're calling it bragging rights.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
You know what this is going to lead to? Conor McGregor fighting the other one because Conor does something that Floyd does every time Floyd does something. Oh, you know what? I take that back. No, it won't. Conor just sold his whiskey company for $600 million. He might not ever fight again.
Yeah.
But that would be cool.
He's fighting in July.
So it'd be great though if Conor fought one of these guys.
After Floyd fought him on the same ticket.
Yeah.
Well, why is that exciting to you to see Conor fight one of these guys as opposed to Mayweather?
Because I have this feeling that Conor will punch them in the face and try and knock them out, whereas Mayweather will just avoid being touched.
I think Conor would actually try to hurt them. I think he would take.
But in boxing, he's also not very skilled, to do that.
Right. But
Well, good. So then maybe there's a chance that he gets knocked out.
Even as a non-skilled fighter, he still fought Floyd Mayweather, and he landed a couple of punches against Floyd.
Floyd let him.
Right. Okay. But he landed him. He landed him. So I would
and Floyd took him.
And he would.
Yeah.
McGregor would try to hurt these dudes. So he would actually train, and he would actually go in the ring to embarrass whichever one it was. And I think that would be fun.
Yeah, if you really want to see those dudes get hurt, you need like a more desperate UFC guy. You need like a Nate Diaz kind of guy, right? Isn't that his name?
Yeah.
Isn't that his name?
Nate's not desperate either. He made so much money against the McGregor fight that he's still living off both those checks.
No, but I say desperate. I just mean like he's not selling a whiskey company for $600 million, so he can just get high and train for triathlons and go in and kick these guys' asses.
Yep. I mean, dude, I homework. Go watch Logan Paul's one professional fight, and you come back to me tomorrow and you give me your report card on what you think he's going to do against Mayweather. Hey, I seen that fight.
Mm-hmm.
I seen it. I seen it live. Okay.
All right, I got you. All right, everybody, listen, it is a Wednesday here on Kaplan and Crew. I want to send a shout out to my people from the Total T Clinic, totaltclinic.com. Fellas, make this super simple for you. This is a men's health issue, right? You get a little older, your testosterone levels likely drop, then your body's not fighting off infection, you're not feeling strong, you're not feeling virile, and you're like, what's wrong with me? Then you hear somebody like me talking about it, and you're like, oh, I am feeling kind of not so great. And yes, I'm not as interested as I once was in the bedroom. What's wrong with me? Could be your testosterone. So go get your testosterone levels checked for free at the Total T Clinic, totaltclinic.com. It'll take 15 minutes. Make an appointment. And if you need to go on a treatment of testosterone, in 6 weeks, you're going to feel the difference. If you don't feel it, you'll let me know about it. But I'm telling you right now, I was skeptical also. Life changer, dude. Total T Clinic, totaltclinic.com. All right, let me talk about a few other things here while we get some time here, because still to come later on. And for those of you watching on TV, John Carney, who was the godfather of the Scott and BR show, which is the precursor to the Kaplan and Crew show, the longtime legendary San Diego Charger kicker John Carney is going to stop by. So for those of you on TV, you may have to come back and watch on YouTube. So I have some extra time. Did you guys notice that while all NFL teams are trying to jockey in position in advance of the NFL draft, and guys have moved teams and quarterbacks have moved during the offseason, that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the Super Bowl champions, every starter is back. I don't mean that automatically guarantees that they win the Super Bowl again, because other teams might have gotten better. Maybe by not getting rid of some and keeping everybody, maybe the Buccaneers actually haven't gotten better. I'm just throwing out possibilities. But they re-signed Antonio Brown. And Grande, I think you can put it up, but everybody's back. Go ahead and take us through this.
Yeah, the Buccaneers signed all 22 Super Bowl starters. That's the only team in the salary cap era to ever do that. And they brought back every single one of their coordinators as well. So every starter, every coordinator, and they're all back, man.
Yeah, you know why? Because Tom Brady has gone in and explained that to him. All right, everybody, bring it up. All right, here's what happens now. Okay, GM, coach, assistant coaches, players, everybody listen to what I'm about to say. Now, did you guys like that? Did you enjoy winning the Super Bowl? Did everybody have fun? Okay, great. Would you like to do it again? I mean, would you like to go from, hey, they won a Super Bowl and got lucky, to legendary status? Would you guys like that? Yeah, Tom. Great. You guys, I'll tell you the secret. Tell us, Tom. We'll listen. We'll listen to anything you'll say. Nobody leaves. Nobody. We add through the draft, okay? But nobody leaves. Well, what do you mean, Tom? I mean, all you coaches that all of a sudden maybe are getting head coaching opportunities, you guys stay. All of you guys that are free agents, do a deal that works for both parties, okay? Hey, everybody got to be a part of this. Coaches stay, players stay. You get paid, but maybe not as much. You sacrifice a little bit for the team. We all win together again. Do you guys think that really happened, or do you think I'm exaggerating? I like when Brown.
I think that you are very spot on, and I also think that Antonio Brown has a job until the day Tom Brady retires.
I think
there ain't nobody signing that guy once he retires.
I think that this works. What you're saying works, because also there's no Super Bowl hangover. Like, you haven't seen these guys out doing wild, crazy stuff like they've never won before. This has actually been a team that feels like they've won the Super Bowl before winning the Super Bowl last year. And I don't know if it's the Tom Brady feel to it.
COVID.
Really? You didn't think that their celebration on the boat where they're throwing the Lombardi trophy, you didn't think that looked like a bunch of first timers to you?
Listen, I travel in internet circles where I see guys doing things with the trophy and doing things in celebration in the offseason that I go, they're not going to win a game next year. So to see the Tampa Bay Bucks just literally, but COVID kind of answers the question. So.
Well, Antonio Brown, Tom Brady, Blaine Gabbert, and Mike Evans were all at the UFC fight with Jake Paul. Does that lead you to believe that they're not going to win?
Wait, they were with him?
Antonio Brown was with him.
Well, he was trying to get signed. He'd have gone anywhere they told him to.
Right. And Tom Brady, Mike Evans, and Blaine Gabbert, they were all very in near proximity.
Somebody had to drive.
Blaine Gabbert probably thinks it's cool. He's like, man, I was a first-round pick. It never really made it in the NFL. Now I'm just Tom Brady's valet. This is kind of fun.
Well, he wasn't even the guy that like escorted Tom Brady's drunkenness out of the Super Bowl parade. It was their backup. They even brought that guy back.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm saying. Like Scott, when you say that Brady brought everybody in the room, it's like we're literally every single one of us. We're gonna just come back and do it again. So no pay raise. Whoever needs a pay raise, like we're all staying flat and we're all coming back.
And he took less to have everybody else come back too.
Yeah. And they were all yelling about it in that parade too. When Devin White and the other Larry David, that's not his name, but the other middle linebacker,
Vontae David.
There you go. Like, we need pay raises, and Bruce Arians grabs like, you ain't going nowhere, all drunk. Like they've been saying it this whole time.
Yeah,
like, your ass ain't going nowhere.
All right, let me ask you a question. Who do you think has a better chance of repeating? And you know what you know right now: Lakers, Dodgers, Buccaneers.
Oh, the Bucks. Alex? I think it's easy.
Oh man, I hate to agree with Browner, but I think right now the Bucks. Yeah,
I hate to agree with Browner too, but LeBron still isn't back. You know, Bellinger's out right now.
The Dodgers are terrible right
and
now.
Nobody repeats in baseball. Nobody.
Yeah. I know that's a funny conversation. That's a great sided question. Alex. Right now, who is more likely to repeat as champions? The Buccaneers, the Lakers, or the Dodgers? That is a great sided question. Make sure you find us on Sided. Download the Sided app or come visit us at sided.co. It's where we put all of our stuff. We have all of our conversations, and it's where our listeners are winning Amazon gift cards. So come find us. All right, listen, stick around. TV viewers, peace out. Everybody else, stay right where you are.
We'll be right back with more of Scott Kaplan and Crew Tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM. A new generation of radio. SoCal Sports Talk.
Kaplan and Crew Tonight is brought to you by BMW San Diego, your certified BMW dealer, serving drivers throughout San Diego and the surrounding areas.
Arash Markazi here, inviting you to catch my show, The Arash Markazi Show, on the mightier 1090. We are on every Monday through Friday from noon to 1 p.m. Pacific time. Join me and producer extraordinaire G. Wiley, where we chop up Los Angeles sports and try not to piss too many people off.
The all-new and mightier 1090. Hit it out of the park all month long at BMW San Diego. A new 2021 BMW 430 iQOO waiting for you today when you lease for only $479 per month plus tax. BMW San Diego, Kearny Mesa Road in the 163 and BMWSanDiego.com.
The Olympic Games, where the eyes of the world will turn to Tokyo for the greatest show on earth. Catch all the action leading up to the Olympic Games on Countdown to Tokyo every Tuesday on Your View. You'll get the latest news on preparations for the games, details about the sports involved, and in-depth insights into teams, athletes, and the host city. Don't miss Countdown to Tokyo, Tuesdays on Your View.
From fitness to medical technology, explore how people are leading healthier lives on Your Health. Join Erica Cardenas as she introduces you to health experts and discover how our daily choices affect our well-being. Plus, learn simple tips for healthier living. Your Health, Sunday at 4:30 p.m. on YourView and YourView.com. Only at Stanton Optical can you get same-day eye exams that test your vision and eye health for under $50. Stop by or call us at 1-800-STANTON. Eye exams are provided by independent eye care doctors.
Hit it out of the park all month long at BMW San Diego. A new 2021 BMW 430 iQOO waiting for you today when you lease for only $479 per month plus tax. BMW San Diego, Kearny Mesa Road in the 163 and BMWSanDiego.com.
Kaplan and Crew Tonight presents Sports in a Minute.
Imagine this. You're a high school freshman playing in the #1 baseball program in the state on the JV squad as a third baseman early in the week. Then the varsity team calls you up because they're short a pitcher later in the week. You come up and throw a 4-hit shutout against a team who is hitting .345 coming into the matchup. You also strike out 6. Well, that's exactly how it went down for Rancho Bernardo freshman Tyler Arnold. The outing was not Arnold's first up with varsity this season. He has 13 innings with the Broncos and is 3-0. The offense backed up the pitching in the 11-0 win over #2 La Costa Canyon, earning the Broncos the tourney win in the Premier Division Championship game of the North County Tournament. The Broncos are 15-1 this season, their only loss coming to La Costa Canyon earlier in the week in the same tourney. I'm Haley Stasiak. That's your sports in a minute. Now back to more Kaplan and Crew Tonight.
Pete Gray here, inviting you to catch my show, Let's Talk Hookup, every Saturday and Sunday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Pacific Time. For over 30 years, we've been the voice of the fishing community for Southern California, and so glad to be back on the big stick.
The all-new and mightier 1090.
The Olympic Games, where the world's best athletes will compete on the most prestigious stage. Catch all the action leading up to the Olympic Games on Guide to the Games every Tuesday on Your View. The series examines the qualification process, the history of the games, and the teams and athletes that are expected to shine, plus information about the rules, events, and competitors. Don't miss Guide to the Games, Tuesdays on Your View.
Are you living in an underserved community and facing adversity? Do you have a desire to start or grow your own business? San Diego State University's Lavin Entrepreneurship Center, the Center for Leadership and Entrepreneurial Studies, and community partners invite you to participate in our Community Bootcamp. The bootcamp provides intense, hands-on exposure to the fundamentals of launching and growing a successful venture. Register today at leadershipcentersw.org.
Great things can be achieved when a community comes together. Join Erica Cardenas on Doing More as she introduces you to ordinary people working side by side to confront tremendous challenges and make a positive impact in their community. Watch Doing More Sunday night at 6 on YourView or stream it online at yourview.com. Sponsored by The Barnes Firm, partnering with Shelter to Soldier and saving lives two at a time. Visit thebarnesfirm.com/shelter to soldier and help save more lives. Time now for Kaplan and Crew Tonight's Community Connect.
Shelter to Soldier selects dogs from shelters and rescue groups all throughout California. Our ideal candidate at Shelter to Soldier is 8 months to a year and a half old. They're confident in different environments. They have strong social drive. Another motivator like food or toy drive. And ultimately, these are dogs that want to have a job and that have a greater purpose to become a service dog. Currently, about 85% of our dogs pass their service dog training. But if they don't pass, they become a career change. We don't like to use the word failure around here. So career change to an emotional support animal, or if that doesn't work out, then they career change to a pet dog. Still finding a loving placement and purpose in life.
Step up. You know, we're breaking that stereotype of what a homeless person is, this subculture society. We're just brothers, sisters, mom, dad, grandmas, and grandpas being part of the solution instead of part of the problem.
So, ladies and gentlemen, left-hand side.
We make sure that there's no drug dealing, drug use, encampments around their facilities, or anywhere in our neighborhood. We self-police, and that's all a testament to the folks here that used to be out there.
Watch out for sharp objects, ladies and gentlemen.
Ed's, once again, he's a perfect example of the caliber of the men and women that have been outside on the streets.
Here in San Diego for over 50 years, have worked all my life since 1975. But suddenly I had a stroke and I lost all muscle control. One of the things you never think will happen to you, but it can.
The onus of responsibility need to go to our folks like Ed, people you've seen here that have tremendous skill, and give them the opportunity to shine. It's that peer-to-peer support, talking to the folks out there and bringing folks in here to start the process.
Let's go.
Kaplan and Crew Tonight is brought to you by BMW San Diego, your certified BMW dealer, serving drivers throughout San Diego and the surrounding areas.
I've been a part of this community for a long time, and giving back is what we do. That's why I'm so excited to tell you about the San Diego Giving Back Raffle, a benefit for Ronald McDonald House Charities of San Diego. Grand prize is this $4 million luxury home, or you could win a car, vacation, or cash. Everyone is guaranteed to win a prize. And you'll feel good knowing your raffle purchase goes to help families like the Lechugas. Get your tickets now for the San Diego Giving Back Raffle.
Don't worry, Gracie. The curtain only goes up when everyone has a part to play. Whoa, okay, I gotcha. Uh-oh, whoa, watch out for those audio cables. I'm gonna be sick. To the left! I am not going out there without Gracie.
Neither am I.
A little help? No pressure.
Thank you for joining us. Catch Scott Kaplan and Crew tonight from 7 to 8 p.m. Pacific every Monday through Friday. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM. A new generation of radio, SoCal Sports Talk.